Tick. Boom. Live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of the Relaxed Guardians podcast. I'm your host, Agnico, joined as always by my co-host, Sebs. How you doing, Sebs?
I've lost you. All right, I'm back. Yes, I'm good.
You're frozen on my screen again. Quickly turn your camera off and back on.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I can't be. No, I can't. I don't know where you are. What are you fucking... Why do you make this shit up all the time?
I just like the sound of it.
All right, let's try that. All right, what's happening? Fuck, what a week.
What a week. We got the epilogue. No, that was last week. We got a ship this week. We got not a lot going on. Waiting for next week, really.
But so I was expecting something more. I was expecting, oh wow, you got a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was expecting a mission with it, not just like, oh yeah, you talk to this guy, you talk to that, bang, you've got a ship, you know?
Yeah, we got the memorial, which is really nice, in the tower.
To who?
The fallen Elixian Guardians.
So they
over time.
All right, okay. Because I thought it was, because I was like, I was pissing about, and I thought it was, oh, why has Lakshmi got a fucking memorial? She's the one who started this shit.
I think it's to her as well, but they don't say her by name, but it's like the fallen comrades, we'll say.
Yeah, okay, all right. Am I moving now?
Yeah, you're good.
So, did you read the lore of the ship?
No, I literally got it and then jumped off.
Okay, so the lore of the ship is basically oh fuck, what is it? It's lore saying how he has seen a person, and he's been sleeping with a chick, and she's human by the looks. Oh, she's either thing. So I think it's tied in with maybe Mara Sov coming back.
Wait, so who is this speaking?
Right, let me see if it. So it's Savala,
right?
It's the law on the ship regarding the ship, and it's discussed it about how there's a lady in the bed, and he looks at her, and he lights a flame on the end of a candle, and all this sort of stuff, and she would like that type of trick, type of thing. And so it was quite cool, but like I'm trying to figure out who the lady is, because it doesn't say anything it doesn't say who the lady is.
Does it say Zavala specifically?
It's from the point of Savala.
Okay, interesting.
I
don't think it would be the queen, because she's infatuated with Shax.
Right. Maybe Ikora? I don't know. I do not know.
Ikora seems like she'd be too, I don't know, by the book, this is a conflict of interest, and if we sleep together, that'll destroy the Vanguard.
Well, they fucking do a good job themselves, don't they?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
But like, it's just from a point of view, and I was trying to figure out what the point of view was and who this person is, because it doesn't mention them, and I'll try and get the
Shariah. Badges in the chat like, it's Shariah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, maybe. Like, Zavala doesn't like Stasis either, so maybe.
Because like this last week, so everybody out there knows, like a couple of weeks ago, I bought streaming stuff, and I got fucking cables everywhere. I got lights, guys. I've got lights. I wonder if I can show everybody my fucking setup. I got lights on the table at the back. Everybody in Discord knows about it. I got lights on my mat. I got lights on this bloody keyboard thing. I've got lights. What else have I got lights? I've got my fucking engram with lights in. And so the whole room is completely lit up.
Your t-shirt came in as well.
And the t-shirt came in.
The t-shirt, that looks nice.
It's very nice. It's very nice. Very nice. And I tell you what else comes in, guys. Look.
Oh, the stickers.
The stickers, guys.
The QR code stickers.
the QR code warning QR code, and I've got them as well.
Ah, the RGP. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So it works out. It works out for a pay. So you get 2 stickers, and within Australia, it's like $7. That's including postage.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And the money's just going to get funded straight back into our podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm there now, and I was like really excited, and I made my table. It took me like a couple of hours to make the table, and the missus was like, "Ooh, that's actually a pretty fucking good table." And I fucking set it up. The kids loving it because there's fucking flashing lights everywhere and all this sort of stuff. And then I start streaming, and then it freezes, and then I start streaming, and then it freezes, and then I start streaming. Then I got no fucking sound, and then I'm trying to do one thing. If I stream without the fucking camera, that's fine. You'll get fucking great fucking movement in the fucking stream, but you get no fucking sound. And then it worked out that accidentally, and I had Shawnee on, and I had fucking Shawnee give me a ring at like 9 o'clock at night. And I felt really bad because he looks like a 12-year-old. And I was like, are you allowed to ring me? He's not a 12-year-old guy.
Who gave you access to? Oh,
yeah.
He's not a 12-year-old. All he does is play with trains all day.
Yeah, he's got kids, so he's not underage. But and then I'm like, fuck. And then I was like, I've had enough. Fuck this streaming shit. I'm giving up. I'm not doing this fucking crap anymore. I've spent $1,000 on. I've had enough. And then I turned my headset off. And then you could see the fucking gameplay. The gameplay sound fucking come up on the bottom. And the thing, I was like, motherfucker, what the fuck is that? Turn it back on. Bang. Fucking.
It's gone again.
Gameplay sounds gone. Shit. And then it turns out that you don't need, for some reason, hey Curly, for some reason, the PlayStation only allows one output. So is that A, microphone, B, headset, not capture card. So you have to pick one or whatever the fucking, whatever goes on. And I'm like, fuck. And so then I'm like, so last night, so I managed to work the webcam out. So the webcam was throwing out 1080p, but at 30 frames.
Oh, wow. That'd be, yeah, okay.
So it was janky as fuck, and then it was fucking everything up.
So much rendering, and then not enough output. Yeah.
So that was, and I clicked on it. I was like, oh fuck, it's 1080p. So I fucking lowered it to 720. I reloaded OBS in, and that put me up to bitrate 6,000 because we were fucking about with bitrates and all that sort of shit. But now I'm on bitrate 4,000. Nice. And last night then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to have no sound, but I'm going to stream just to see how long it goes. And I did a GM. And then before the boys come on, because there was no sound, I was making all the noises like, pew, pew, pew. I'm an elixir dead. Pew, 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 pew. I'm going to walk over here. Oh, you've got an engram for me, Guardian. Oh, all right then. Oh, my postmaster's full. Da, 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 da. And so I was just making all the fucking noise. Nobody watching at all. I was just like,
that's the best time.
I'm just going to talk to myself. Fuck it. I'm going to talk to myself for an hour. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
And then I started reading the lore out, and I read the lore out, and I thinked.
You pulled a mile in by the end of it. You're just like, well, this isn't working, so I'll read to people.
Yeah, and I was like, just reading to myself because there was nobody else on, so I was just reading to myself.
That's great.
And then I was like, fuck it. It was 11 o'clock at night. I was like, I can't keep this sound. This pew 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 pew. I can't keep this up. So I said, fuck it. And then I bought my fucking self a mix amp.
Are you waiting for the mix amp to get delivered now?
Yeah, but what I did, because we're obviously in lockdown, I can't get into JB Hi-Fi. But what I did, I bought a splitter and a fucking cable, $7, and I'm just gonna fucking split, and I'm gonna just go straight into the capture card.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a cheap version of a Elgato splitter system. That's all it is.
Basically, what that is right there is what your mix amp is without the volume control. That's basically what that is.
Yeah.
And then like my mix amp's even different again because the base station for my headset that I use is a charging station essentially, and then it's got the cables that go into it and act like the mix amp. But all my volume control is on the side of the headset here, so I can the A40s, 50s.
Oh, you got A40, A50s? Because I got A50s. I fucking hate them.
I like them. I mean, I'm not going to bag Astro out, but I probably will stick with these for as long as until they die, and then I'll look into what options are out there after that. But
Yeah, well, I bought the so the thing was I fucking searched for it and I was like, oh, JB Hi-Fi is not going to be here until like next week. I was like, fuck, I want it now.
yeah, right.
I was like, oh, I want it now. So I found a place called DigiDirect and they do it for $240 for the mix amp.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you can have it in 3 days. I was like, fantastic. I had an email today. Oh yeah, you got 7 to 14 days wait. I was like, you fucking twats. But
cancel it. Just cancel it. Be like, fuck you.
Well, that's what I'll do most probably tomorrow. I'm not gonna, I think. But it was just the fact that I paid for it already, and it was all that sort of stuff, and weather days. And like, if I do the splitter, I'll just use the splitter and just make fucking make noises. Pew 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 pew.
Surely, if you get the splitter going, then you should be able to get your gameplay audio out to your stream, and then still have a mic going into your PlayStation, so you should be able to hear it properly. Now,
but
we'll see what happens. I mean. You said that Shawnee called you and everything. I was like, anytime you messaged me like it wouldn't work, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to put pause on my unit for 5 minutes, and I'm going to go look at what's changed on this settings to see if I can give you another option. And we ran, I don't know how many lists of options we ran through, like backdoors. So it was like, don't spend any more money.
It was just the doing the same thing, doing the same thing. And it just didn't work, guys. It just didn't work. But I worked out because everybody's like, "Oh, it's your laptop. It's your laptop." And I phoned up because I was looking into because somebody said it could be a capture card because you haven't got a capture card within the computer. It's not a standalone capture card. It's a part of the computer. And I was like, "Shit! I wonder if I need a capture card because you can buy external capture cards. It goes in a little box." And it just sits on your desk and you plug it into the computer. So if you want a fucking good capture card for your laptop, you can just make a...
you mean graphics card?
Oh, sorry, graphics card. I mean,
it's like we've got your capture card, the Razer.
Yeah, we got
your graphics card.
Yeah. So my graphics card, my graphics card. And then, so I was looking into graphics cards. Graphics card, external graphics card. And I was like, oh, they're a bit fucking pricey.
Yeah.
And then I phoned my IT mate up, my IT guy who bought the laptop. And he's like, nah, mate, you should be fucking easy smashing that out. And I was like, well, will my company buy me a fucking external capture card? And he's like, nah. And I was like, well, I've got a company credit card. I'm sure I can just fucking buy a $4,000 fucking capture card on a credit card. And then try and ask for forgiveness later.
Vinny's in the chat. He's just commenting on our looks of our setups now, and he's like, Agnikai has sounds, lights, and looks. Seb says a $7 splitter and pew pew sound effects.
It's all I need, man. It's all I need.
Apple started in a garage. Seb started with a Radio Shack splitter. I also started in a garage. I'd like to point out there, I didn't have all the lights the entire time. I basically started with one mic and.
But you can't see my. I was like. Pew, pew.
Yeah, you put your lights behind all your setup.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's all on cam behind me back there.
Yeah, no, because that's the other one as well. So see the bed here? Right. So this is my youngest bedroom. This is going to be my youngest bedrooms because we remortgaged the house last week and we got the money and stuff like that. So this is going, woohoo! And this is going to be my youngest bedroom, my youngest kid's bedroom, because it's one of the biggest bedrooms. Okay. And so my youngest son sleeps in the fucking room over there, but it's quite small. It's still a 3.5 meter by 3.5 meter room. So it's face distance. So with the bed in there, this is a queen size bed. With the bed in there, there's not much room.
Yeah, for sure.
In there. So the missus, I was like, the missus goes, how are you going to fit your table? And I was like, look, what I'm most probably do is just chop it a bit off and make it shorter. And she goes, it's a really nice table. We don't want to do that. And so she's decided to sell the bed. So the bed's getting sold. I'm going to move into the other room after I fix this room up for the boy.
Yeah.
And then she says I can have a couch in there, like a pull-out bed, and that can be my gaming room.
So you're going to have a casting couch in your streaming room?
Yeah, well, it's going to be fake taxi.
Fake taxi.
Yeah. Hey, this is a fake taxi.
Fake Destiny.
But what I'm going to do, guys, because when I was building the table, Seiko Seiko goes, send me pictures and then send me pictures of your desk. And I tried to get the wife to take I tried to get the wife to take naked photos of me on my table to send to Seiko, but she wouldn't. She refused.
Oh,
So
that's not fair. I mean,
so but before this bedroom goes,
this image of you just
yeah,
elbow out, legs on.
that's exactly what I wanted to do. And the missus is like, I'm not taking a photo of you like that.
You're gonna have the leg crossed over so it's still covering.
No, because I was gonna go like that. I was gonna be completely naked and just like hide my dick, and then just lie there. Yeah, hide my dick, and then just have all the lights behind me.
Oh fuck!
And then just like, hey, but I still might do it. I'll see if I can convince her in the week to do it. And
You've got a
we
camera,
will.
You can just put it on a timer and just do it yourself.
I could do it, but one stream before this bed goes, I'm gonna do it from the bed. I'm gonna do the stream from the bed. I am gonna be naked.
Oh, careful! Make sure it's a hot tub, otherwise it doesn't know.
But that's the thing. So have you played? Obviously you played.
I mean, I literally did that going by the ship and then got off. I did the 12-hour stream on Sunday.
How did that go?
I mean, that was only Sunday. This has been the longest week for me. It was good. It was a lot of fun. I didn't manage to get many LFGs in, but I think it's an end of the season. No one's really wanting to do anything. I was like, whatever. Managed to get Seeker in for a raid, which was a lot of fun. He helped us out with some triumphs. It was just a good time all around, really. We just had some laughs. We got our triumphs done. We got the challenges done. It was a good time. Yeah, no,
I was listening to the 12-hour raid because obviously, I was doing something around the house. But I want to ask Seeker to see if he'll come on and do drunk lore because he doesn't do lore. I think him doing drunk lore would be fantastic.
I reckon he'll come on just for the laughs. He was having a great time in the stream with us again, and he's anytime someone's like, "Oh, let's do a Garden of Salvation," he's like, "I mean, I can teach you guys Garden of Salvation if you guys want. That's fine." It sounded like not that he doesn't want to do it, but he's done it so many times. It's like
because Black Widow, one of the girls in our Discord, she's like, "Oh, Seeker's going to take me through Garden of Salvation," and I was like, "What? So what about
we just chop liver to them, you know?"
Yeah. What about this guy? Why can't I take you through Garden of Salvation? Oh well.
I mean, people are calling out the fact that Bife is talking about fucking Sarathun now this week, and we said that like 3 weeks ago, but no one gave a shit then.
Yeah, you fuckers. Why do we?
It's on Enceladus theory that I spoke about like 4 weeks ago, and then that'll fucking blow up.
Yeah. But so like you said though, it's the end of the season. It's coming. It's quieting down. There's a good chance to do things. But what I'm kind of surprised of is it's not the disjointedness of the epilogue, because obviously we had season of Solstice of Heroes in the middle of it. That made it stretch out, but it's the epilogue is very near to the end.
Yeah.
When I was expecting it to be 10 weeks of stuff and then nothing at the end, which is
I mean, did we get anything new really? Like we got a new override mission, but it was like a new space for the first area. This is what annoyed me about override is we didn't do anything new as it progressed. It was the same shit, different space. Yeah, and like it just felt, I don't know, half baked.
Oh look, the override. I'm not on about the override. I'm on about the epilogue. I like the way they kind of space out. You are right though, but it's not a DLC. It's just
but it's the season's content, so it's like it could evolve a little bit.
I suppose.
I mean, I'm thinking that next season is gonna have its 6-man or 3-man activity, however many. And that'll be kind of the same vein. I don't think it'll evolve too much. Then I'm hoping next year with Witch Queen and those seasons they've learned, and they try and evolve then. Is what I'm expecting. Yeah,
I can see that. And obviously next season they bring a new Iron Banner armor out. You get toilet fucking hunter.
I do. I don't know why. I get a freaking get a piece of toilet paper across my face.
It's like,
how is that going to stop a bullet?
I can't see nothing. I can't see anything. But the worst one is the Titan's got that weird, like, it looks like he's got a fucking disjointed horn. It's like, it just didn't.
It didn't quite
fucking grow properly.
Yeah, it didn't quite line up. Curly says, aren't epilogues always at the end? They are always at the end, but I think what Seth's is saying was like it was right at the end. Whereas
because the
seasons were
the previous season it stopped. I think it finished like a month before.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there with nothing new for the end of the month. And to be honest, it's most probably going to happen with the next season because he is a longer season.
Shawnee's sorry, just real quick. Shawnee's on YouTube side, guys. We are multi-streaming now. I am live on Twitch and on YouTube. So if your Twitch gets blocked at work, you can still watch on YouTube. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Shawnee, hey Shawnee, because is it live so you can get like the
I got
the comments?
Yeah, I got a multi-stream chat. Yeah,
because I've got thing. What I did do, I've got a TV there now. I've got a monitor there, and I got a monitor there as well. So I got a dual monitor thing.
Ooh.
I feel metal. I feel because shout out to Little Tommy Trucker and Crimson Tiddler, our Patreon guys, because we now in theory earning money. We've got merch, and stuff like that, and there. I'm earning money now.
Yeah.
In theory, it's going back into the stream and it's going back into the podcast. Don't get me wrong. So the wife now can't turn around and say anything because I'm like, well, I have to go and stream now. And she
I
goes,
know.
what do you mean?
It's so good. I got paid like when I first got my first payment from streaming. They pay you like monthly, and I was like, in a month I went to K. I was like, look, this is a thing. Like, it wasn't heaps.
This is $12.
It was 120.
Oh wow.
Not bad for a month, but yeah. So it was like, this is a really thing now. Like, I didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere with it, and I know you were kind of like looking at it, going, "Yeah, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out." But now it's like, no, there's an income possibility here, and this is before the podcast, and so just branching out onto more and more media platforms.
Yeah,
it's just sort of coming. It's all coming together.
So what we've done as well, I know we're jumping around the place. There's very little. We're jumping around the place because there's very little in the TWAB, which we will be talking about later, and there's very little going on in the game. So we just kind of flit in between things. So what I did over the weekend or the last couple of days, I was supposed to be working, but we made a store. I had the original store and it didn't work out too well. The people was a little bit mean. But I started another store with another company that that made me the hoodie, what we saw. And I did a very quick overlay. So we now have a store. I will send out all the details. There are 3 hoodies in there. One with just the RGP type of thing on there at the front in black on a grey hoodie. We are doing the white on the on the black hoodies. But then I put ones with my symbol, which is the
red dragon, the Welsh
red.
dragon.
Yeah, well, the Vince made me up a thing with the word Welsh dragon. So one on the arm and then one on the chest, and then with the RPG on the front, RGP even. Sales legal advisor. He did not admit to on live streaming he was meant to be working, but instead was gaming. No, I was merchandising, mate. I was merchandising. It's different.
Still working.
Yeah. And so we did that, and then so there's t-shirts on there. We will be going designs. If there's anybody that's going to design ideas other than Vince, because that guy is a fucking legend, send them into our Discord. I will see if we can turn them into a t-shirt, and then we'll have another t-shirt. We may do a thing. We may do a t-shirt competition. I don't fucking know.
We'll figure it out.
Wet t-shirt competition.
Yeah. So, okay. So we got less than a week until the Witch Queen showcase and the launch of Season of the Redacted. Can't believe it's still the Season of Redacted. It must be a spoilery title to still be unrevealed, unless it comes out in tomorrow's TWAB. What do you think happens next season?
Look, it'll be the introduction of the 4th. So we have us, we have Cabal, we have Fallen, and Marisol will be back in, So we'll have the Awoken.
Right.
I think. And that will be the quartet for Witch Queen. So that'll be the four That'll be the four allies to go against the Witch Queen.
Yep.
That's my idea on it, anyway.
So are you leaning into this season of the Wish theory that we've seen thrown around a few times?
No, I don't. It's going to be season. I think there's somebody said like season of the Lost or something like that.
Okay.
But look, it'd be great to tie it into season of the Wish, as in the 15th Wish on the Wish Wall, guys. But somebody is supposed to have already found it but not releasing it. Don't know.
Not released the 15th Wish yet.
15th Wish, yeah. I don't know. But it'd tie in with the 15th Wish and all that sort of stuff, the 15th season, which would be fucking cool.
Yeah. Okay. Sean is saying PvP in the chat. I very much doubt it'll be a PvP season. Unfortunately, with the way that they were doing those tweets with Joe Blackburn, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Well, they're supposed to be. I think the season of the PvP stuff is coming in season 16. Off the
Starting,
top, I think it's 16, 17, and 18, and by the 18th season, which obviously is, I think you'll have 6 maps and different game types. I know Rift could be coming next in this season but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that series of tweets made it just so, I don't know. It put a new perspective on how we see the development of this game working. Because when they said, "Look, when we bring these maps back, it's not just click and copy and paste. It is rebuilt for the engine." So they're basically going from the ground up again, and remapping the entire thing, making sure that they work still on a physics base and everything. Like, so to get a new game mode in there is going to be something really, really hard, I think, especially because you got to make a game mode that works for all of the maps, or you now have a playlist where maps don't rotate into, so they're wasted maps.
Yeah.
You can kind of like have specific maps for competitive, I found, especially if you got an esports scene that's pretty big. Usually the pro teams will be like, look, this map works, this map doesn't work for what we play. But the 6v6, the maps still have to work for everything. So it's so hard to say with PvP.
That's the issue, isn't it? It is very hard to turn on. I was trying to find the write up that Joe Blackburn did on
Twitter.
Yeah, he brought everything up, and I can't find it. It's really fucking annoying me. He brought up what it was like, how difficult it is, and in such a way that they explained it quite well within the Destiny community, within the Destiny world type of thing. And I still can't find it. I've heard people talk about it, but it's not on any of the twabs, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just gone into the ether. Yeah, you're right, Vinny. Matter, air quotes, will be Bungie's PvP esports mode. They've definitely said that Bungie just won't work that way, and it's because it is a looter shooter game, and that's like, you can't balance. I don't see how you could create a cohesive esports from Destiny, but it was just an example I was using.
Well, Matter's the new IP, is it?
Yeah, Matter is the working title.
Right, so do you know what that's based about?
No idea. Just that it's a PvP game, and that they're leaning into esports for it.
Right, so is it going to be... Well, I wonder if it's Destiny kind of related in that sort of sci-fi futuristic thing, or do you reckon it's going to just be Warframe or fucking COD shit?
Possibly. I'd be kind of interested to see if it was a Destiny spin-off, but it was like a MOBA, or like League of Legends, or Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite recently came out, and that's like a really great entry one. I don't see it going the Battlegrounds route of like 100 players. That seems to be kind of overpopulated at the moment, with stuff like Fortnite doing just really, like, you can't catch up to Fortnite the way they're doing Battle Royale, now. And like Call of Duty Warzone's trying to, but like that's just getting plagued by cheaters left, right, and center. And Destiny's already got a cheaters problem, so I don't think they'll want to work into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe a MOBA, maybe an arena shooter like Halo, Or Splitgate is really
Well,
popular right now.
yeah, because it's exactly like fucking Halo. Have you seen
Yeah,
the gameplay?
yeah.
It is like a carbon copy
Mm.
of Halo,
Mm-hmm.
but
I mean,
2025. Oh fuck me, it's miles away.
it's like Splitgate is really really fun to watch, and I can't wait for that to get to a professional standard level because there's some people out there that just they think in 6 dimensions, man. It's crazy. Like they'll shoot a portal up into the sky and it'll hit like a roof or something, and then they'll use that. Oh, sorry, they'll shoot another portal in front of them, and they'll look through the portal, but they'll have like a bird's eye view down,
Yeah,
and so they can see the whole map, and they're just like sniping people off like that, and
but it's quite surprising now when the gameplay. You look at the gameplay, it is Halo.
yeah, yeah,
It's got the same look. The people look exactly like Master Chief.
yeah. It's
And I'm like,
crazy. It's so cool.
and I'm like, ooh, that's right before Halo's been released.
Well, it's been on PC for a long time. It just got a console release with
Right.
crossplay. So that was its really big push because it came out to not a big audience, but it was popular enough. And now it's like really getting its push. It's kind of I wouldn't say like Among Us. Among Us like blew up in a different way, but that's sort of the same deal.
Right.
Small
right.
release and a big explosion.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have a discussion about this fucking. Let's have a discussion about this twab. Right.
Oh fuck! I forgot we have the armor twab.
Right. Yeah. So this week at Bungie, on the fucking top line, it's got the hunter, the warlock, with the 4 horns. I'm just looking at the armor now.
It doesn't.
Toilet,
It doesn't look great.
the toilet paper armor, and then the warlock, the titan with the thing. I don't understand. Somebody said this is supposed to be nautical theme, but I don't understand what the bells are for on the shoulders.
I don't know. I'm not really a nautical person.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I live in Australia, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah. This week at Bungie, we take a pass on armor mods and exotics. And just to bring up, guys, I know Agna guy turned around and said Geomags can't get changed, but they fucking changed it. They took the main fucking perk from Geomags, and now it's just fucking extends your fucking chaos reach.
Fucking broke my fucking Geomags.
But what they've already turned on, Aztec Cross has already turned around and brought out a new build for the new season using bottom tree Stormcaller.
Okay.
And with Starfire Protocol fucking chess piece. And it's supposed to do like it's a chess piece that every time you kill someone, your the damage of your the electrical thing increases.
Right. Wow.
So that with pew pews as well, your arc buddies and all that sort of shit. It's supposed to be pretty fucking savage. He's already said this will be the build for next season.
Yeah, so you just go from Chaos Reach to that.
Yeah.
And then you just go back to crazy roaming supers.
Yeah, exactly. With pew pews as well, with arc buddies as well. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And I had one drop yesterday. With 20. Because what it's supposed to as well is you have a thing and it'll give you, it's like wisdom, but once it procs, it gives you 100 intellect.
Right.
So for 15 seconds as it procs, you have 100 intellect. So you don't need intellect, and it works off strength. The build works off strength. So you have strength build, like 100 strength, 100 either resilience or recovery, depends on what build you want. Fuck all in intellect, it procs, and your fucking intellect goes up to 100. So it'll build your super for 15 seconds with with 100% intellect.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's something that I have to go into, but I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it with another time.
We're getting into the realm of we can do some crazy builds now.
Well, I say we, Aztec Cross can do some crazy builds, and we're all just copying the fucker.
Well, that's fucking anything ever. But like, these didn't exist in Destiny 1. Like you could try, but you couldn't get that specific. You know?
Yeah. But that's the one, and then obviously you've got Handheld Nova. I understand that I'm only talking about Warlocks because I only know Warlocks, but Handheld Supernova now is 100% more damage in PvP, in PvE, and so you can get a build that you'll get your fucking like grenade back every 20-30 seconds. So your handheld supernova in all the fucking time.
Yeah, and then you can get I'm sure there's an exotic that gives you an extra grenade, so you can have 2 grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all handheld.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you fucking like
The girl goes in the chat like fucking Warlock's got nerfed again though. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
Warlocks can do all the things.
Well, that's what the issue is. We get it nerfed, and then it just makes us be more fucking sneaky, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is true. You guys just find a new way to be annoyingly powerful, whereas hunters, it's just like we just find a new way to get our dodge to do something annoying.
Well, you know what you need to do, mate? Come over the dark side. Come over to a proper fucking class.
I can't do the jump. I've tried Warlock maining, and it's
What do you
so
mean?
annoying. I hate the jump.
Double press the button.
I
fast,
know how to
all the
jump
time.
with the Warlock. I
Bang,
just
bang.
don't
Look,
like it.
There's your thumb. Bang, bang.
Oh,
Bang, bang. And then you fly. You soar like a fucking seagull.
and then
All right.
as soon as it runs out, you just drop like a rock.
Oh, you have to time that shit.
Yeah.
This week at Bungie, we take a pass at armor mods and exotics. As we get closer to launch, I can't help but feel we should keep these introductions short and sweet. So with that in mind, I'll keep this to a bulleted list. Check out the epilogue. Great. Next showcase is obviously next week.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
2 a.m. our time.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really worrying about it until we run through. What we are going to do, guys, we've got guests on next week. So this Saturday, we have the Weekend Guardians, if obviously nothing changes. We will be live on Twitch to do that. We will be recording, so it will be pre-recorded and then released to Twitch.
This time next week
On Thursday. The following Saturday, we have a Law Nerd coming on, and we will be recording that, releasing it out on Twitch, and then we will release it once again on the Thursday, discussing the showcase of the Witch Queen, and he's well into his lore, dissecting shit and all that sort of stuff. So.
Bit of a what am I going to say here? Bit of an enticement. He thinks that Lakshmi did nothing wrong, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I was at moment for us too.
Yeah.
But we'll
all
get
right.
into that when it comes
So,
on.
Happy Champion Hunting Guardian. So what we have auto rifle, we have Overlord bow, we have fusion rifles, we have sidearms, and we have a pulse rifle. They're the champion mods, and there's also going to be the sword as well somewhere.
There's like 4 overload mods, isn't there? There's
I
one
was-
anti-barrier.
So-
Overload's the circle.
So there's so there's a bow and a sword are Overlord. There is an unstoppable. There's 3 unstoppable, which is the square. I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then there's 1 anti-barrier, which is a triangle.
Yeah, and that's only auto rifles again.
Yeah, but you need something fast shooting for an anti-barrier, which is
Yeah.
other than the bow. So what's going to be good is obviously the Overlord sword with the lament, because there's an anti-barrier as well at the same time.
Doesn't stack.
Are you sure?
Yep, they've already said that.
How can it not stack?
That's how it works. Exotics that have intrinsic anti-champion mods don't stack with other mods.
Motherfuckers. Why did they say that?
It's been that way for ages. Yeah, because as soon as they started bringing in intrinsic exotic anti-champion perks, they said that they're going to do that, so it doesn't get too overpowered.
Right. Fucking twat. All right. Each season gives exciting opportunities for pieces of the sandbox to move up or down. Activities and encounters are one piece of the puzzle, providing fresh challenges for Guardians that take on with no plethora of tools with the plethora of tools in their toolbox. This week, Armor Expression team has some notes on how a few of the tools are changing. Some will be slightly more limited in dominating your enemies, but still perfectly viable option to take into battle. Some will get a bit hotter. Traction mods felt mandatory for PvP on controller and necessary on mouse and keyboard. This felt to be more appropriate to an accessibility option rather than a balanced choice. Players, including us, have also long felt that a maximum 10 sensitivity wasn't enough on controller, so we're making some changes to bring the out controller input closer to parity of keyboard and mouse. Added sprint run turn speed scaler, so traction's obviously going. Added controller sensitivity, so 1 to 10 from 1 to 10 to 11 to 20. That's gonna be fucking hectic. That's going to be fucking savage. And then here comes the nerfs. Well, some are nerfs, some are buffs. First set of changes coming in season 15 have to do with exotics that refund super energy as groups. These exotics tend to outshine other exotic choices, especially in high difficulty endgame activities. In some cases, they can trivialize the content or make it feel like the only reasonable option to equip for your build. I don't understand. So they've turned around and gone, oh, it feels like it's the only option. But what we're going to do is reduce the amount of super that you get. So it's not the fact that you turn around and go, there are other options of exotics. They go, well, it's fucking pointless you using these exotics now because they're not going to fucking give you what you want.
Yeah, it's the No Land Beyond treatment of everything got worse to the point that it was evened out again. Instead of making viable alternate choices. Because we're still going to use them. It's just going to be a bit shitter now. Because there's no options that make any sense to use them.
Because what they did, so Orpheus rigs, they nerfed after they were figuring out Eater of Worlds. You could get kicked out of the game because you dropped so many orbs, right? Ursa Furiosas, you could shoot through that last season in GMs, and then you could get fucking the number of supers on top of that. Skull of Ahamkara. When is our Ahamkara fucking episode coming out? Anyway, you?
Oh, Jesus, when I get the chance to get uploaded, I've been fucking slammed.
Right. So, Skull of Ahamkara, that got nerfed into the ground because with the Nova Bomb, you would get it back straight away.
Okay.
You'd kill like 3 people and then it'd be back all the way, and you could just Nova Bomb all the way through. It was a big issue in 0 Hour. You could just bloody, oh, there's a child.
You want a bandage? Go ask Mummy. Mummy will give you a bandage. Go on. Go on. Go on.
That's the ginger child. Close the door. Close the door.
She's all right. I saw. It's all right. It's all right. I saw Curly in Discord. Sorry, I keep calling it Curly. I feel like I'm calling out Lion all over again. I saw Curly in Discord earlier saying that he wants to do a build. I think he said he wants to use Skull of Ahamkara because for super builds, and then he was going to stack Bad Juju on top of that as well.
Bad Juju is shit though.
Well, people jumped in and were like, you got better options with different weapons using Thresh instead of using a precision fire pulse rifle, because right now they're trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that the main idea is building up super as fast as you can seems to be what people really turn to, especially for PvE, because it's a super.
Yeah.
So,
but it's all ones that they've already nerfed. They've already nerfed these. They've already realized, oh shit, these are way too powerful, and we're going to nerf them into the ground. And then, because Ahamkara, the Skull of Ahamkara, was nerfed into the ground, so it would give you full super. Then it barely give you 20% on about 7 or 8 kills. Then Orpheus rigs would not only give you 4 orbs to you had to tether like 15 people for it to be viable as such, you know?
Yeah.
So they've already nerfed these things. Into the ground, and now they bring things like the Phoenix protocols in there, and then the thing. So all right, Shards of Gallo increase armor, increase the amount of super granted for hits, but total super regen is now capped at 50%. This is from, I would imagine, Atheon.
Yeah, because when were we using shards before that?
Exactly. So it was breach and clear. You get crit damage. Bang, you get your super. Oh, fuck, we can't do that now. Ursa Furiosa's capped the amount of super energy you can regain once your super ends at 50%. Well, I was seeing, because I was watching Seeker yesterday, and he was using it, and within He'd finish and he'd have maybe a full super back.
Yeah.
Skull of Diahamkaras, increase the amount of super refunded per kill, but total super gain is capped at 50%. That's a buff because it got nerfed into the ground before. Phoenix Protocol, cap the amount of super energy you can regain once your super ends at 50%. I don't see the requirement for that. I don't understand why Phoenix Protocol, it'll give you your well back, but then it takes the opportunity of more wells.
I don't know. It goes back to what we were saying last week of these nerfs just feel like they're not learning on how to change encounters. You know?
Yeah.
It's like yeah, sure, we'll get 50% super back and we're not going to be smashing Atheon as hard. But we'll just still double shotty him. Like, you try to nerf double shotties and it still does the same thing. You can still do it easy as hell. No?
Yeah. Instead of just 2-phasing it, you'll just maybe do a 3-phase.
Yeah. Is that what they want? Do you feel like that's what it is? It's like they're killing it too fast?
Well, yeah, most probably, because they're like, oh, well, it's done now. Like, especially using, why would they aim for shards other than Atheon? So you can get in, if you do it right, guys. Obviously, if you've done Vogue before, if you're hunting, you've done Vogue, you know about this. So if you get it right, you can get at least 5. I've heard people get like at least 7 supers off.
Yeah.
In one damage phase in fucking Atheon.
That's probably my best is 7. I can average about 4 if I'm doing it right.
Yeah. So it's that is the only time since they've come out and they got nerfed originally that they were viable to fucking to be using.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
and they're not even like good in any other area of the game.
No.
It's like, I don't understand. And targeting Atheon specifically. And it's like, yes, sure, we have other raids, but they're not Pinnacle, and people aren't really running them. You know, like, no one's running Garden of Salvation unless you need Divinity, and right now no one wants Divinity because we have Breach and Clear anyway, so you don't need it.
Yeah.
And like, no one wants to be Div bitch. Like, we've
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but it's like, whatever to you, but there's like people who are like, fuck, I don't feel like I do anything, because if you wipe, at the end of the wipe, it's like, all these numbers come up and people are doing 1 million, 2 million damage, and then you're sitting there at 600,000. You're like, was I really doing anything? It doesn't reflect what you're doing.
That's why they got a million fucking points, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't understand the nerf to something like Phoenix Protocol, because that would you would get super back on kills that you were killing inside the well to give you another well.
Yeah. Like,
it doesn't give you any extra fucking super duper damage fucking super. You know, it's just
I don't
give
know.
you more wells, you know?
And it's like, yeah, okay, so we get it back at we get capped at 50%. I don't know, maybe they just want us to reduce the amount of times we get the super, because we'll go from 4 to 2, I guess. Yeah.
Geomax stabilizers remove sprint to top off your super. Like,
that's a PvP. That's a PvP nerf. That's a trials nerf.
No, it's this is all in PvE as well.
I know, but that's why they're doing it.
Yeah. This part of the perk led to a higher uptime in PvP and was healthier given human under control. Warlocks and immediate renewable super energy. Well, not really, because you use half of it with a high intellect. You're still 2 to 3 minutes. And even top it off, it just seems like a really thing. Hunters, bombardiers. Now this is pretty cool, and I think they should bring this more. The bombardiers, bombs now has a secondary effect based on your subclass type. Obviously, this is for these are all warlocks. These are all hunters, because warlocks don't get buffs. But the bomb now has a secondary effect based on your subclass type. Blind for arc, burn for solar, slow for stasis, suppress for void. Even though you can dodge on a lucky jesters, and it's the same fucking thing. So it's just taken from another one. Graviton forfeit increased to bonus invisibility duration. There we are. Melee regeneration speed now increased based on number of enemies near you. There we are. There's some Good buffs for when you're in PvP. While you're invisible, your recovery is greatly increased and your weapon reloads more quickly. There we go, in PvP. Lucky Pants added intrinsic hand cannon holster mod, replacing previous functionality with the following. When you ready a fully loaded hand cannon that deals connected damage or damage matching your subclass energy type for a short time, each hit against a combatant from the hand cannon increases the damage of the next shot. Basically Hawkmoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
And note, Hawkmoon will not be able to one-shot a raid boss using these legs.
That's okay. So that at face value, that seems like a really awesome perk. But the weird trade-off is getting into endgame sort of stuff, especially Grandmasters, where it would be really nice to have. You have stuff like Match Game, which forces you to work with certain damage types.
Yeah.
So like if you don't have the weapons that are good enough that match your subclass, you basically just don't get to use this awesome perk. I like the idea of building into a super specifically, but this pigeonholing idea of you have to match your damage to your super doesn't feel right. It feels off. I don't know.
But you can have osmosis on a hand cannon.
Yeah.
You know, you can have osmosis on a hand cannon, so your subclass is like you throw a grenade and then you've got a hand cannon that's attached to your fucking subclass. So there's possibilities, ways around it and stuff. But what is a hand cannon also mod? A new kind of mod that reloads your stowed weapons. There we are.
Just before we go any further, Loey's in the chat and he's asking, doesn't matter how long your Atheon fight goes for, it's your game time. It's not just about the initial time that you kill Atheon, it's about the subsequent times as well, Loey, of am I getting better at this? I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm just doing the same damage. I don't feel like I'm getting any more faster at it. I don't feel like I'm prioritizing properly. It just feels like you're getting stopped. You're just hitting a wall that is impassable because they force you to, you know? You're hitting a wall on something that you can't get past and it doesn't feel fair because it's like, I want to be able to do better.
But they just seem to be nerfing the shit.
Yeah, they just chucking up blocks where they can because they want to slow you down, and it's like that doesn't feel like extending the game any better. It just feels like I'm just stuck in the mud and I can't get out.
Titans obviously taken away from the Warlock because the Warlock has been fucking nerfed into the ground. Will now also create a burst of healing and bonus recovery. This is Precious Scars. Recovery around you whenever you kill an enemy with a weapon whose damage type your subclass type. Icefall Mantle. Remove the slower class ability recharge thing. All right, Warlock. Verdi's Brow. A helmet that nobody uses. Change to trigger when you get a weapon kill that matches his subclass energy type.
See what I mean? Like, it's just they've chucked that subclass energy type on everything, and it feels like a really weird stopgap.
Yeah. Increased grenade damage bonus to 20% per stack, up from 10%.
Cool.
Great.
Handheld Supernovas would be nice.
Yeah.
Just doing more damage there, I guess.
The Stag grants damage reduction to allied guardian standing in your rift. That might be worth it, and it's a really good looking fucking helmet.
So, okay. Would you put the Stag on over Lunar Factions in certain situations with that buff now? Would that change up how you do that? Or does it not feel enough?
No, look, Lunar Factions is for reload, and Lunar Factions is used for bosses. This is for general go A to B. So I would, if you could, like, just say in a master or in a raid where you're not fighting bosses, but you're fighting just normal bog standard enemies, you could put that on. Put it on. You're in the rift, you get better fucking damage resistance and stuff like that. But like other than that, I would generally use the Warlock legs that shoot out all the fucking arc things.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would get the arc buddy, the whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But that'd be better because if you're all in the rift, you're all getting healed, and if you go away from the rift, you're still getting healed, and then it makes my rift last longer.
Yeah, okay.
But the fucking Stag is a very good looking helmet, especially if you get
cool.
the metal looking thing. A Prometheus Spear has an additional functionality. While standing in a rift, solo weapons give you ability energy. When your class ability is full, solo weapon kills consume that energy and spawn a combination of healing and power and rift at the target's location. Well, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it's pretty shit at the same time. So you all have to be on solar. You all have to have a fight. Oh, the person putting the rift down has to have full, I think, grenade. But then when they shoot them, they die, and then it could be like a healing, and then so you could have like a million fucking healing rifts just dotted around.
Yeah, well,
Your fights.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Shame they look like shit though.
Shame they look like shit. Wow. Yeah. This is again. It's like they're trying to make it exotic to make us try and change the way we play, but it just doesn't feel like it's enough to change us off of what we already use.
Yeah, look, the new healing boots for a warlock I find are fantastic. Like it will increase your rift duration. So the more people are in there, the longer your fucking rift lasts for. And then your rift is still building up as the rift is fucking thing. So you can turn around and go bang, bang, bang. It comes up, put your rift down. It heals people in a very large area. Yeah. And then if you want to be a bit of a healer, you can turn around and put Lumina on as well. It will give you noble rounds. So if those noble rounds do not get used, they go back into your Lumina, and then you can shoot people from across the map with the noble rounds.
That would be so cool. Okay, so sorry, I had a sort of splitting thought here. When we're thinking changing mechanics to make the game feel different, that would be a really great encounter to have where it's like, okay, you are not going to heal unless someone heals you for you. So it's like, it could be a mechanic that's in the room of someone picks up this buff and then they have to shoot you while they have that buff to give you back regen.
Yeah.
And maybe it could stack with Lumina, and then again with this Warlock. So sure, it's easier if you have more Warlocks, but then you might not have the damage output from Titans, or you may need the invis from Hunters. Like, building counters around that, you know?
Yeah, but you're pigeonhole. The issue is you kind of pigeonhole in Warlocks, and I understand. I'm all of the fact that I don't give a shit, to be honest. I just like playing the game. I don't give a fuck about healing or fucking dealing damage. Usually I'm doing healing, so it doesn't really bother me. But it'd be nice to pigeonhole people. So, like, what would be good is if you have to outdo an encounter as a hunter in Invis.
Yeah.
Like you have to. You have a set point in that game where you have to turn and go, shit, we need 3 hunters. We need to get through this area in Invis.
Yeah.
And the hunters are the only people that can do it. You can do it with other things, but it just makes it a lot fucking harder.
Yeah. It would have to have like a in-room mechanic that lets you turn the invisible, but it's way easier with hunters. Yeah, that would... Yeah, I think we're on the same wavelength here of evolve.
Yeah, evolve the thing. Because, like, going back to WoW.
Yeah.
They, as we always do, so there was a encounter where the hunter in WoW could play dead.
Right.
And so what do you do? There was the way we did it. The way you done it is you kited the main boss. The hunter would run off down the road, just run as far as he goes. The fucking boss will go after him. You try to do as much damage, and then he fucking feigns dead. Fucking boss goes, oh, cool, he's dead now, and then he comes back up. So there was a main characteristics for each class that you had to use each class to make the encounter easier. So thieves would always be behind the person because they do extra damage from behind and stuff. You'd have tanks, and they would be able to drag aggro to them. So they are tanks. Where we have Titans that were classes of tanks, but they have no aggro pull.
Right.
And so it doesn't seem like they do anything. They're supposed to be these tanks, and they do not have any more health than a warlock.
Yeah, there's no taunt ability. You know, there's no I'm over here, I'm a target. I would really like to see something like that.
Yeah, and that's what you'd want. And they do it quite well in WoW. And they give you the ability to have more. Just say strength is more to, like, the class as hit points. Obviously, we have class as hit points, where you'd have the hunter gets absolute shit all hit points, but he has high damage output. Yeah. That's it. You'll have the warlock is mid range, so mid hit points, mid damage output, and then you have the titan, high hit points,
Yep.
low damage output.
Right.
And so you'd have each part, just say each, they'd add other ones, but then you'd have these each on a graph. So yes, you may not be able to kill a Titan. You take a little bit more to kill a Titan, but they can't fucking one shot you or just punch you in the face and you fucking die, because their damage output is a lot less, but they can handle the damage coming in.
I think that would be really great in Destiny, but it was more subject to what subclass you were playing. Like Water Dawn, or maybe just all Void Titans had that high resilience, not as high damage output, right?
Yeah.
Swap it for Striker Titan. It's lower health, big burst of damage output.
Yeah. And that's that's what would be cool. Like, and that's why what WoW does. It does it quite well.
Yeah.
Where you have you kind of think of what you have to play. All right, I don't like taking aggro. I'm going to go and play a thief. I can kind of sneak around, stab cancer in the back, and then you're fucking good.
Yeah.
Just what I think, like this pigeonholing of exotics to try and go, well, if you use this and this, we're not going to use them.
Yeah,
like
exactly
Prometheus
right.
Spear, we're not going to fucking use them. Like the Bombardiers is the only exotic there that I would think about using, due to the fact that when you dodge, the quickness of the Hunter's dodge will give you different fucking things. Like, but Lucky Jesters, it's the main perk on fucking Lucky Jesters.
Yeah.
So why are we having double up on fucking exotics?
Yeah, I agree. And it's like now Bombardiers does everything that Lucky Jesters does.
Yeah.
Plus 4 other things. You know? Like,
I had a look at Controversive Holes the other day. Oh, Aeon Swifts.
Aeon Swifts, yes.
That if you do your super, it doesn't matter what super it is, you give everybody healing in your party. And I'm like, well,
I want to see. I don't know if just Aeon. They are so well designed. Maybe they just don't fit for the way the game is played. For that, one person does one perk per Aeon thing, so you get the whole buff. But I think that's just what we're going into. It's like we want something more from Aeon Swifts, but overall.
Yeah, because they're a very underutilized thing, because we don't want to go into use different exotics. We kind of it's back to sunsetting, isn't it? It's back to the thing of sunset, and it was like, ooh, these are my exotics. I'm only ever going to use this one exotic.
Yep.
Because it works.
Yep.
With these nerfs, are you going to change?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like sunsetting was so weird as well, because they were like, we're not going to sunset exotics, and that was like, well, why? Because we're not going to change if you don't get rid of everything. If you just do this piecemealing thing of getting rid of a couple of weird things and like sporadically, like that's why sunsetting didn't work, in my opinion. It was too much all over the place, and you didn't know what was getting sunsetted when, and it felt weird. If it was just like a clean wipe, I feel like it would give you room to grow as well, and would force change, and that's a human thing to deal with. Is there's just times where you have to adapt.
Yeah,
part of life. I feel like Destiny could really work on that as well. Of it's time to change, guys. Like,
do we have too many exotics, and we just so inundated with these exotics that until somebody who's we use Aztec Cross, because over the last couple of seasons he's been turning around and go, oh, we'll give you, if you use this and this will give you this build.
Yeah.
Until like that Eyes of Another World, never used it at all in my fucking days.
Yeah.
Never used it. But now that Aztec Cross has turned around and said it, you go, oh, I'll pull that out of fucking stores. Verity's Brow. Oh, if you use this, that gives you 20%, blah, blah, blah. It's just too fucking many exotics, and they just sit there, and then he goes, well, I'm just going to use Lunafactions, Geomags, stuff, Phoenix Protocol, and
Falling Star.
That's.
Oh, sorry, you're saying Warlocks.
But you got these 4, and they just sit in your fucking thing until somebody goes, well, if you try this and this and this, it will give you this. And you're like, oh, cool, I'll pull that out. Yep, I like this now.
Yeah, they're so pushed down that you don't see their value until someone else goes and does the work for you.
Yeah.
They just don't seem worth it on a surface level.
Yeah.
We need to
And
change that.
what I reckon, they should have a time limit. Everything should have a time limit.
Yeah.
So just say a 3-year turnaround.
Mm.
So you, whatever is it, for exotics, weapons, armor, whatever it is, as it goes in 3 years, give them a time limit. They will disappear as they get introduced. So 3 years from the point they introduce, and then the other thing. So just say
they'll
go.
It was seasons.
But it happened all at once. It was like 40. What are we going to do? We're going to get rid of everything within the next fucking last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But what they should have done is gone, all right, let's get rid of everything from 3 years ago. As they slowly as they got brought in, they just fade away. Don't tell them what's fucking going on, and you just come in and they, oh, my recluse is gone. Oh, it's been sunsetting now. All right, there we are.
What's awkward as well is they went back on Moon and Dreaming City weapons, and I understand why, because they're still paid DLC, and you were paying for DLC that you couldn't fucking use. So I understand that they should have been sunsetted in the first place, but they brought it back, and they don't have the same perk pools, and they just don't work. They're just not worth grinding for.
No.
So I don't think they should have been sunsetted in the first place, but I think they should be the ones that are next on the list. And if the weapons of that content get sunsetted, I think that DLC is time for it to turn free and then ultimately go away. Kind of like Red War. I understand it's like, oh guys, we don't get to have Red War anymore. It's like, yeah, but no one was playing that. You couldn't go and play that directly anyway. It's not like it was content that was sitting there and you could go, I'm going to go do the gold mission now. It just was not accessible. It was back fodder in the game that you weren't even thinking about.
Yeah.
It was amazing time, don't get me wrong, and it was amazing content, but you couldn't do anything with it. So why are you complaining that it's gone when it was never really there?
Yeah. There needs to be a time limit on this shit. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there in the background. Yeah. Like, yes, I understand we pay for this shit. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But it comes to a stage where we paid for it. Yeah. We've played it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and play it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, make it free. Give it to everybody so everybody can get the weapons.
Exactly.
Don't give them the exotic weapons, like the pinnacle exotic weapons, as in raid weapons, but give them everything in, like, there. Tell them, like, to get a raid weapon, just say, like, Forsaken Anarchy. Was it Beyond Light? Whatever.
Yeah, no, Forsaken was Anarchy.
Yeah. So, you can't get Anarchy unless you do Spoils of Conquest.
Yeah.
Great. But things like the last one, Hawkmoon. Hawkmoon is you have to pay for it.
Yep.
Otherwise you can't get it. Deadman Tales, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
With a Horde, I think is free. But just give them those tier weapons.
Yeah.
As such. But then everything and then the raid weapons, exotic weapons, you still have to do fucking
to raid and get spoils.
Yeah. Spoils of Conquest. But just fucking give it to the guys. Like, we had a guy in there. We had a guy, and he was like, "Oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford a DLC because he was a kid or some shit. I don't know.
Sure.
He can't afford a DLC, but nobody's playing this fucking DLC anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of it? What's the point of trying to spend fucking $40 on it?
Yeah, when it's dead content.
Yeah.
Even then, like, I know who you're talking about. Even then, like, the main content we are playing right now, especially on my channel, is free content. Vault of Glass is free content.
Yeah.
Which gives, like, even if you don't buy the DLCs now, it's not like you're going to get the DLCs and you start from square one. You have all that time playing Vault of Glass and getting all of those spoils. And then now you have all of that saved up so you can buy an Anarchy now that you own Forsaken. Sure, you can do more raids if you own the DLCs and that gets you to your stuff faster. I agree. But that's how DLCs work. That's how business works. A business isn't free.
But there should be a time limit. They should turn and go, right.
We've gone
from
down a
now,
weird path.
From now, Forsaken, in theory, should be free because how long ago Forsaken was out? Like 3 years ago.
3 years, yeah.
So a turnaround of every 3 years, the DLC, the last DLC in the line that's still playable, made free, and then it's an incentive to bring people, new people back because they're like, oh, this one's free now. Cool.
Forsaken, and then it's also at a point where all the content is at 1100.
Yeah.
And if people don't understand that, that is because they got rid of everything that was below 1100 power, so they had to bring up Forsaken. That is how old it is and how out of date it is. So you got to think of things like that as well. It's like
$40 though. Come on,
$40 for stuff that is that out of date that they had to bring it forward. Like, you need
Just
to have a Cataclysm event where a meteorite just fucking hits the Dreaming City. I'm sorry,
But
unless
that's
they're
what.
really banking on next season to like go back there and make it worthwhile.
But that's back down to the. That's possibly back down to the voices of larger streamers within Destiny community and goes, well, I like this gun, and this gun was the Hawkmoon was out in D1 and I really like that. And they go, oh well, if you want the Hawkmoon, we'll bring the Hawkmoon back. The Hawkmoon comes back, it's fucking shit. Bad juju.
Yeah, Hawkmoon came back and it wasn't the original Hawkmoon, so it's like, oh, I don't really want this. It's like, well, we can't give you what it was because it broke the game and you knew it broke the game, so we're not going to give it to you again.
Galahorn will never come back again.
Yeah.
But people like, oh, this Galahorn. All right, yeah, it's a great fucking rocket launcher, but it fucked the game up.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Like, come on, like we don't need D1 shit in a D2 game. And I understand the continuity of it. I understand the background continuity, the lore background of all that sort of shit. That, well, it's the golden age. We had the collapse, and now we back into a second golden age. So the golden age tech from the first golden age can be brought back into the second golden age because that's how it would work as such. But just get rid of it. Just say we lost all the fucking plans. You've done it for Galahorn.
Evolves. Yeah, stuff evolves.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that is actually the twab.
Yeah, the twab. It was meaty, but we kind of dot pointed it out.
They nerfing Warmind cells, guys.
That was funny because they have to nerf Warmind cells now because they planned on making Warmind cells and then they planned on sunsetting them after like the year that they were in. So they thought we can make this overpowered thing and then it's going to go away and we're not going to have to worry about it. But now it's not going away. So now we have a problem of we don't have anything that matches Warmind cells. They're trying to bring wells up, but wells don't match Warmind cells because we have to leave cover to go and get the well. Whereas we can shoot a Warmind cell from it's just it's way more powerful.
But it needed a nerf. Those fucking Warmind cells needed a nerf, and I don't want to be that guy. They needed a fucking nerf. Yeah. They were so OP, but they're still very, very useful.
Yeah,
like when you get the Ecolos,
you can clear a room by shooting a ball on the ground. Like, come on.
And it just fucking wrecks everything.
Yeah.
But they're trying to bring they're trying to bring wells, so reduce radius of explosion effect Warmind cell from 10 to 6 meters, reduce damage explosion of Warmind cell, previously 200 to 400, now 50 to 250. Global reach, increase the mod cost of global reach to 3, reduce the amount of radius increased to 10, radius increased 10 to 20 meters, reduced cellular suppression, blah, 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 blah. I'm not reading it all out. Elemental wells, elemental armaments now has increased chance to spawn an elemental well based on the tier of enemies defeated. Font of Might's base duration increased to 10 seconds. Then we got a fit for the Iron Lords, and we've got looks like a scout. Looks like it's a pulse rifle.
It's a pulse rifle and a sidearm, I believe.
Yeah. I don't mind that look of that sidearm. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then it's the maroon, the rusted look.
Yeah, it's like a rusted iron banana with leather accents. And then we have the Iron Banner armor, and that's been the first set of armor that's been introduced to Iron Banner for the last three odd years, I think it is.
Possibly. I think so. And then
it's up there.
I don't remember now.
Pretty fucking up there. I better get rid of my mod then. Oh, look, you'll be able to still use them, Loey, but they're just going to be highly fucking nerfed as such. And that's it, guys.
Yeah,
that is the fucking TOWAB.
All right, well, we got about 15 minutes left. I believe we have some questions this week.
I'm trying to find the fucking things.
We had I saw a couple in the podcast questions tab.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. Well, I'll do some. So this is off long Little Tom Chucker, I think. Yep. So okay. So starting at the start of another Bife Destiny vid. It seems Destiny could be so much darker. Agakai got a simple. I like how he's gone. I don't know lore at all. So he's bypassed me and he's fucking talking to you now. I'm not happy.
directly to me.
I know. As a simple story like Soraya's spelling his shit out, Soraya's Wrath,
Shiraya.
um, Revenge, it could be great. So why such shit seasons at times? Is it money? Like seriously, some of this lore could be amazing anime series.
It's not money. It is an ESRB rating. Which is basically media outside of video games has their rating systems that pertains to their countries. ESRB is global, and so they have different rating systems. Destiny is a T for teen game, so that has limitations on what sort of maturity content, gore content, violence, sexual, all that stuff gets. It's like a 13-year-old's allowed to see it sort of level. That's why we don't see it. We don't see very, very dark paths because it's too adult.
But we discussed this.
Yeah.
We discussed this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
There should be a button that you press that you get the mature content.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But it'd be difficult though, because you'll be encoding in two different games.
Yeah, you would absolutely be at that point. But basically, yeah, they can hide it in the lore and make the lore really, really dark, and that's why we always talk about the dark future, but we never get any specifics from voice casting. You're right, an anime series could be quite nitty-gritty.
They're supposed to be making a series, aren't they? They're supposed to be actually making the TV series.
They expanded and made a
Your sound is gone. Agnekai is muted. Agnekai as Mike as D died. There we are.
I don't know what happened there. My USB just died in its ass. Yeah. If Bungie got a partnership with Netflix and then they got that Castlevania team to animate for Destiny, we could get a fucking awesome series. And we could, and if they did that Shiro's story about how she was having the PTSD moment about killing the knight on Titan, and then turns out she was killing a guardian. Ooh, that'd be so cool.
But they'd also have brought in the writer from Resident Evil. So we could be getting more stuff from Presage. Ish look, which would be great.
Yeah. And it's like Presage was like that fringe that we could go. It was spooky enough, but then when we got to actual like enemies, it was the same sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But before that, like 5-10 minutes before that, you're walking in the vents and you're hearing the and everything. I was like, ooh, this is a normal Destiny. Yeah.
All right, these are all off Vince now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what guns will be meta in season 15?
What guns will be meta? Oh, hand cannons, shotguns. Normal. It won't change.
No,
it won't change
until something. It depends on next week's TWAB, because next week's TWAB is the weapons TWAB. Or this Friday. So you'll be discussing it on Saturday, which one will be the meta and stuff like that. And that will be thing. It'll be the same. It'll be the same until hand cannons are a slight nerf, but they are still fucking very, very powerful, because hand cannons is the main fucking gun for Destiny.
Vinny, until you give fusion rifles either an option to charge faster or give them enough range so they can outrange shotguns semi-consistently, shotguns are just going to keep beating them.
Yeah. If Anarchy gets debuffed, will it get a discount when buying? No. Not a fucking chance. Will Seiko still panic screaming this season? Yes. Will Agnakai's man-beard get a makeover?
I went and bought some oil today to get it to calm the fuck down. I'm gonna get it.
Needs something.
I gotta get it trimmed and tidied, but like,
just shave it off, man.
No, you do not want to see me with baby face. It's not pretty.
I can't grow. I get this dirty, like, I want to say Mexican thing, but I just get this like big hand on my mustache.
I've got a really small face when the beard's gone. It makes me look older.
I think it looks brilliant. Shut up, Vince. Will Seb find a shirt that isn't gangster? Hey. Gangster.
Stop.
Will Dan let others catch up to him on a season ranking? No, because he will beat you to death because he's a fucking massive dude.
I'll tell you who called up and then passed me super fucking fast was Luke Bros. I say this like every time he's in. He's been playing for less than a month again.
Don't take his dick out of your mouth.
And he hit 150 the other day on the season rank.
Yeah.
And it took me like the entire season to hit 100. Like he just got on his like bounties.
Yeah,
and just like he's like, I'm at Grandmasters 2 weeks since I Grandmaster already. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Flossie the other day was Flossie, the lady that does all the bounties. She was 1369.
Oh,
and she's not even the top. There was somebody that was supposed to be 14,000.
Oh my god,
1,400.
So much.
Yeah. All right. Will Curly fall asleep in the raid? Yes, because he's old. He had a bad day in work today, and he shaved his hair and dyed it. He gave himself a mohawk. He gave himself a mohawk.
Where is
his
this?
hair. It's in Discord.
What?
Yeah. Will Sev's wife want to be entertained when we are trying to raid again? Possible.
Very possible.
Yeah. Will Lowy PS4 and PS5 transfer be done before season mods? Yes,
Never.
he done it yesterday.
Oh, what? Wow.
Yeah.
Did it break or did he do it fine?
Oh. I don't understand the thing because I just put my PS4 next to my PS5 and didn't. I just left and then it did roll.
I've heard it's from game to game. It can be an ass. I've only ever transferred Destiny, and then if I go to play a game again, it's usually just a reinstall. So
yeah. So Jack, one of the guys who's in Western Australia, he works out on the mines. He ordered a PS5 from Big W. And he went and picked it up from Big W. As he was picking up the Big W one, EB Games phoned him up and goes, "Your PS5 has turned up." And he's like, "Right, okay." Now he's got two. So he went to EB Games. He put the other one in his back of his car. He went to EB Games. He had the PS5 in his hands, and he goes, "Great." And they were like, "Oh, you really excited?" He goes, yeah, I've already got one in the back of the car. And they go, "What do you mean?" I was like, he goes, "Well, I've already bought this." And he goes, "Oh, you're going to sell this on the internet?" He goes, "No, I'll just give it to my mate." And so he just gave his PS5, just sold it to his mate straight away.
What a legend.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Wow.
There's all the things. All right, guys. We haven't got much time left.
No.
I will put the shop up. Okay?
Yes.
I will put the shop up. It's got t-shirts. Agnekai is going to give me a symbol, and we're going to make...
Oh, yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to have the different streamers. So if you've got a symbol, guys in the Discord or guys out there, if you send and you want the logo, I will even do ones with names if I can easily do it. If you've got names on the arm or something, you're right there.
We're going to put their logo on our merch.
No, as in the logo. Like, they customize their t-shirt.
Oh, I got you.
Not as in their logo, but our merch with a logo so they can customize.
Yes, I'm with you again now.
You understand now?
I'm with you now.
No, I'm not putting their logo on our merch.
I was like, where is this coming from? No, I'm with you now. Yep. Back to reality.
Yeah, so if you got like, so if Honk if Shoni is the Honk if Shoni, it'd be good. You can put it on his arm. You have the Celtic knot. You can put that on your arm. I have the dragon. Put it on my arm. Blah blah blah.
Sorry, real quick. Lowy said that he has to re-buy his games because they're disc versions. I don't understand that. Put your disc in your console.
He has the digital version.
Oh shit! So you can't transfer the license because it's a disc version. Now you have a digital PS5. That sucks.
But no, because I had... So if you download it... Lowy, if you've downloaded it straight from your PS4, you shouldn't need a disc version.
Yeah, I thought that transferring the saved data was transferring the license as well.
Yeah, because that's how I did mine. Because I haven't bought a new disc. And I just transferred from my PS5. Well, that's what I did, Lowy. I transferred from my PS5...
PS4 to PS5.
PS4 to PS5 with just the disc.
Wait, do you have a disc version of a PS5?
No, I have a digital.
You have a digital. Yeah, so Destiny's pure digital.
Yeah.
Whereas he's got games that are disc owned that he can't then put the disc into the PS5.
Oh, I thought it was Destiny. I thought he was just talking about.
Yeah.
If you've got that, then you're pretty much fine.
I never thought of that. That sucks.
But you should be able to
Wow.
surely be able to go.
That's so fucked.
No, because you can get your PS5. So what they isn't it? You can go to
Sure.
PS5, download it, and then put it on a external hard drive, and then plug your external hard drive into your PS5, and then download it
Yeah.
onto that.
I thought they would for sure. Oh, maybe not, because then you'd be able to just give out
Yeah.
copies of. Oh, no, because the license is tied to the disc.
I don't know, man. Yeah, you're pretty much
That's
fucked.
that's fucked if you can't get onto get onto tech support and make sure you can't for sure, man. But if you haven't already, that sucks. Otherwise.
Yep. So, like we said, guys, jump on Patreon. The Drunk Glow episode is out. It's fucking. It was a great laugh. We have got another one coming in on the 4th of September, so that'll be the 3rd Drunk Glow, or 2nd Drunk Glow, I should say. We have stickers, we have merch, we have hats, we have trucker hats, we have t-shirts, we have the food hoodies. If you want me to put our logo and then our whatever this print is called with your symbol, your arm on the one side, that's fine. I will design it. I will put it into the shop. You can order it, and then I will get rid of it. I know Seiko wants this elaborate one. And I look, man, it's gonna be, he wants his symbol on his chest, and then a name here, and then the fucking RGP on the back. And I was like, that's fine, mate. You can do that. I will put up, but you're gonna have to pay for it. All the money that we get for the stickers is gonna go back into the podcast. All the money that we get for the Patreon is gonna go back into the podcast
until it becomes self-sustainable, and then we can buy our mansions.
Yes, or my fucking spare room.
That'll work.
I can
start with the spare room.
I can do my fucking spare room.
Cool, guys.
That's it. Cheers, guys.
All right. So, I got a bit of exciting news as well. Now that we're into the podcast, tomorrow night I won't be streaming Destiny. I will be doing my first ever sponsored stream from Raid Shadow Legends. If you guys know the game Raid Shadow Legends, I got a sponsor. Woo! So the deal is, I'm going to be streaming that. I won't be on PSN talking. I'll be in a Discord chat talking to stream directly, playing the game. There will be a link down below the stream. So if you scroll down right now on Twitch, you'll see a series of panels. There will be a Raid Shadow Legends panel there with different links to different download spots. Click and download the game there, guys. Play through the tutorial. And then my sponsors get happy, and then I get to get more sponsors, and then we can do more awesome things for you guys. That's it. Anything else to say?
Fuck you all.
Fuck you all. Okay, guys. We're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to support us, you can follow us here at twitch.tv/agnikai_god and now youtube.com/agnikai_god. We are live there at the same time. Woo! The VODs also go up there on youtube.com/agnikai_god. If you want to listen to us on audio services, we are on audio services everywhere. Thank you so much for listening. Follow our socials, follow our Patreon, follow our streams. Both mine and Seb's now. Seb streams personally as well, even though it doesn't fucking work. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
We are running a stream this Saturday, our time at 12 o'clock. We will have the American Weekend Guardians on. They will be live. They don't usually do live. I think it's 12 o'clock, isn't it?
Sunday, isn't it?
Sunday. Well, the 21st or whatever the fuck it is.
Sunday, yeah.
We'll give you a shout out. It'll be up in Discord, so everybody knows. Come in. Great. It doesn't matter because we will put it out on Thursday anyway. But come in. You can ask the Americans why we are much better than them.
Ask them a bunch of questions, guys. I love them. All right, we're out. Peace. Bye.
Bye.